Math Day, great day, Math Lead learners. Welcome to Mathematics Lead channel. We will turn your math worry into mastery. I am Rusty and together let us have fun while learning. In this video, we will be taking about solving problems on circles. So without further ado, let's proceed to our learning objectives. At the end of the lesson, the student should be able to first understand and apply the theorems of chords, arcs, central angle, and inscribed angle to solve the real-world and mathematical problems. Second, demonstrate problem-solving strategy by working through multi-steps problems on circles in a clear and logical manner. And last, appreciate the significance of geometric principles of circles in real-life context. Before we dive deep into our discussion on solving problems related to circles, let's start with a fun and interactive activity entitled Find My Value. In this activity, your task is to find the values of the following item related to circle. Are you ready? So let's begin. First item, find the value of angle RED. Yes, that's right. Angle RED measures 40 degrees. As you can see, angle RED is a central angle. The vertex is at the center, and the measure of intercepted arc is the same as the central angle. Therefore, measure of angle RED is also 40 degrees. For item number 2, find the measure of arc RC. Yes, that's correct. Angle CED is a right angle that measures 90 degrees. Since angle CED is 90 degrees, arc CD is also 90 degrees. Arc RD is already 40 degrees, which means that the measure of the arc RC is 50 degrees. Basically, we do 90 degrees minus 40 degrees and we got 50 degrees. How about the measure of angle BEL? What could be its measure? Very good. Angle BEL is a vertical angle to angle RED, which means that they are congruent. Since angle RED is 40 degrees, angle BEL is also 40 degrees. Now, can you give me the measure of arc DO? Yes, arc DO measures 100 degrees. Angle DBO is inscribed angle, which means that it's a half of a measure of arc. To get the measure of arc DO, we will be multiplying 50 by 2 since to get the intercepted arc is twice of the value of an inscribed angle. Therefore, arc DO is 100 degrees. Lastly, what do you think is the measure of arc OL? Correct. Arc OL is 40 degrees. In this case, we are given already the arc DO, which is 100 degrees, and angle BEL, which is 40 degrees. Since angle BEL is central angle, therefore it is inscribed arc, which is arc BL is also 40 degrees. Now, to find the arc OL, we have to add arc DO and arc BL, and then subtract it into 180 degrees since line DB is a half circle. Therefore, arc OL measure 40 degrees. There you have it, Math Lead learners. Now that you've shown how much you've learned about the circles, we are ready to move on to today's lesson. So let's proceed. Before we proceed to our lesson proper, let's first talk about the Polya's problem-solving method. First, we have understanding the problem. This is the foundation of the solving any problem. To understand the problem, ask yourself questions like, what is the question asked me to find? What information is given to me in the problem? Are there any unknown I need to figure out? And second, we need to devise a plan. This is where we come up with strategy to solve the problem. There are many different strategies we can use, such as trial and error, using formulas, drawing diagrams. Third, after devising a plan, we need to carry out the plan. This step involves putting our strategies into action and solving the problem step by step. And last, look back. This is where we review the solution to make it sure it makes sense. You ask yourself questions like, does my solution answer the question? Have I made any mistakes along the way? Can I check my work using a different method? Since we are all geared up to start our lesson, let us proceed. For our first problem, each central angle formed by consecutive spokes of a Ferris wheel measure 15 degrees. What is the seating capacity if two seats are anchored to each spoke in the Ferris wheel? First step, we have to understand the problem. In the problem, the angle formed in between consecutive spokes can consider as central angle of circles. We are asked to determine the seating capacity of the Ferris wheel if a central angle formed by consecutive spokes measures 15 degrees. To solve, remember that the sum of the central angle of a circle with no common interior points is 360 degrees. Next step is devising a plan. We need to find how many spokes are there in a Ferris wheel. Since the central angle formed by consecutive spokes measure 15 degrees and a whole revolution is 360 degrees, then get the quotient between 360 degrees and 15 degrees, after which multiply the quotient by 2 since there are 2 seats in each spoke. Now that we devise a plan, we have to carry it out, getting the quotient of 360 degrees and 15 degrees to find the number of spokes. For the solution, it will be 360 degrees divided 15 degrees is equal to 24. Then multiply 24 to 2 to get the number of seating capacity. Your solution will be 24 times 2 equals 48. The last step is look back. To check whether there are really 48 seating capacity, solve the problem backward. Verify first if the product of 24 and 2 is equivalent to 48. Next, verify the product of 24 and 15 degrees if it is equivalent to 360. The two steps are really easily verified, thus we can conclude that our answer is correct. Therefore, there are 48 seating capacity. For our problem number 2, there are circular gardens having paths in the shape of regular star pentagon like one shown in the figure. Determine the measure of arc intercepted by an inscribed angle formed when the vertices of the star are connected. What is the measure of the inscribed angle in the garden with 5-pointed star? For our first step, we have to understand the problem. In the garden having paths in the shape of regular star pentagon, connect each vertex to other vertices as shown in the figure at the right. The figure shows the intersected arcs of the inscribed angle formed by two consecutive dotted lines. For example, inscribed angle A is intersected by arc CB. In the problem, we need to find the measure of the inscribed angle and intersected arcs. Next step is devising a plan. Remember that from the given, the star pentagon form is regular and the degree measure of one complete circle is 360 degrees. Thus, to find the measure of each intersected arc, get the quotient of 360 degrees and the number of intersected arcs. If an angle is inscribed in a circle, then the measure of the angle is equal to one half the measure of its intersected arc. Now that we devise a plan, we have to carry it out, getting the quotient of 360 degrees and 5 to find the degree measure of the intersected arc. Thus, the measure of each intersected arc of the 5 angles of the regular star pentagon is 72 degrees. Getting the half of the degree measure of an intersected arc, since inscribed angle is one half of its intersected arc, this results to one inscribed angle equal to 36 degrees. Lastly, look back. Check if twice of the measure of inscribed angle is equal to measure of an intersected arc, and 5 times the degrees measure of intersected arc is 360 degrees. In the problem, the measure of an arc intersected by an inscribed angle from when the vertices of the star are connected should be 72 degrees. In addition, the sum of the measure of all intersected arcs should be 360 degrees. So that's it for our discussion. To test if you have learned something from this video, here are two word problems for you to answer. For the first problem, Rowell is designing a motorcycle wheel. He decided to put 6 spokes which divided the rim into 6 equal parts. What is the degree measure of each angle formed by the spokes at the hub? The answer is 60 degrees for each spoke. For your second problem, find the degree measure of the angle formed by the hand of a clock at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Answer is 150 degrees. There we have it, everyone. You have learned about solving problems involving circles. Until next time, see you in our next video. Bye!